I almost make one of these videos every year. Well, here we go again. If you are a new player coming to Final Fantasy XIV in 2025, sit back, relax. I gotta talk to you a little bit about the game that you potentially probably would not want to indulge in unless you have a lot of fucking free time on your hands and you don't have a family to take care of, a kid, car, mortgage, or even a place to stay. Now, if you don't have any of those things, then you may have enough free time to play Final Fantasy XIV. So let's get right into the video. All jokes aside, Final Fantasy XIV is a heavily story-driven MMO. They focused more on the content of the story than anything else in the fucking game itself. Like, when it comes to combat, you don't get no action combat with Final Fantasy XIV. So if you were thinking, oh, well, it looks like it has action combat. Well, I'm here to tell you, yeah, no, it does not. It's just very, very flashy combat. You get to do the cha-cha slide around the bosses while, you know, dealing with global cooldowns every time you pop a fucking skill. So if you're seeking action combat, go ahead and check that off your list as hell no, because Final Fantasy XIV does not offer action combat. Now, if you're wondering what type of business model is Final Fantasy XIV running, well, you have to buy to play the game, and then you have to pay for a monthly subscription. The cheapest version of the monthly subscription that you can afford, that most people could afford, is a whopping $12.99 for entry. Just a regular entry. You can make different characters across different world servers or whatnot. I'm not gonna get too far into that because who the fuck wants to make that many characters unless you're doing some freaky shit, which I'm talking to you, you weird ass ERPers. Anyway, let's talk about the community. Legacy. What is the community like? Well, there are a bunch of cultists. Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV has this tribal slash cultist like community. Say anything negative about Final Fantasy XIV in a YouTube video, and I can almost promise you they will try to find where you live and murder you in your sleep. It's actually so bad that I remember a long time ago there was an incident where a YouTuber said some negative stuff about Final Fantasy XIV and they literally threatened his life. Like, I can't make this shit up. I wish a motherfucker would threaten my life over Final Fantasy XIV. But anyways, besides all that, they have a problem with worshipping Yoshi P. Yoshi P is the beloved director of Final Fantasy XIV, and anything Yoshi P says goes, and they just love that man. They love the ground that man walks on. If he wanted to piss in their mouth like R. Kelly, they would allow this to happen. I couldn't imagine how many hot Asian chicks love Yoshi P so much that they would let that man piss on them right in their face and into their mouth. Like, that's how sick the fucking worshipper, the Yoshi P worshippers, the cultist fandom, the fanatical fandom of Final Fantasy XIV is. It's real bad. So yeah, if you're a new player coming to Final Fantasy XIV, the fandom of Final Fantasy, they're fanatical, bro. Like, don't say anything negative about the game and your life will be spared, basically, is what I'm trying to say. All jokes aside, most players don't bother anybody nowadays. They changed the terms of service a long time ago, and you can essentially get in trouble for almost anything. Say something to somebody and they don't like it and they report you for it, and if the mods find fault with it, then guess what? You get points put on your account and you get like a warning or something. That warning is there for like 90 days, like almost what? Well, in some cases 6 months. So it's crazy, man. Like, you could get banned off of Final Fantasy XIV for almost anything. I recently got in trouble for my goddamn adventure plate. Somebody on fucking Primal, which is full of fucking snowflakes and people who love snitching and reporting people, somebody reported my adventure plate and I ended up getting a warning on my account. That warning ain't going away for 3 months, I think. 3 months to maybe 6 months. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't really give 3 fucks and a half. I just haven't been back on Primal because I forgot that that's where I originally got a 3-day suspension. I got mass reported because I named my cat boy Big Dick Daddy. And so, hold on, no. There's more to it. When I first started playing Final Fantasy XIV, and this is on a whole different, like, situation here, alright? Like, we're not even doing a video no more. When I first started playing Final Fantasy XIV, I named my character Big Dick Daddy. That's because I had a character named Big Dick Daddy from Terra. Now, Terra, they don't give a fuck about what you name your character. They really don't give a fuck because they don't have mods in the game like that at all. They're not checking what people are naming their characters, so they don't give a fuck. It's like ran by a small ass team. So, of course, they don't have mods out there checking. So I named my cat boy Big Dick Daddy, and then I named my Chocobo my Nigga. I spelled N-E-E-G-A. So N-E-G-G-A, my Nigga, right? Bro, I got mass reported, and I was on Primal at this time. I was on Exodus. I did not know how to travel to other world servers at the time. I was on Exodus. Bro, I got mass reported, and then the fucking mod was like, oh yeah, and your Chocobo is named my nigga. So originally I just was gonna give you a warning, but now you're getting a 3-day suspension and a free name change. I was like, oh shit, well at least I got a free name change. But I got mass reported. There's a lot of snowflakes on Final Fantasy XIV is what I'm trying to get at. And that's one thing that new players are going to have to deal with. Now, if you're a new player and you're already a snowflake, then shit, welcome to the game. You're going to feel right at home on Final Fantasy XIV. But if you're not a snowflake, you don't fuck with anybody else, you mind your own business, then it's going to piss you off when you get in trouble for bullshit. It's not as hard as you think to stay under the radar on Final Fantasy XIV, but look, I'll leave you with one piece of advice. If you get a chance to play the trial version of the game, do so. Play the trial version of the game. Make sure that you enjoy the game before you invest money into the game, because once you start investing money into the game and then you find out you don't like the game because of the community, you don't like it because it doesn't have action combat, or you don't like it because of whatever the reason, then you wouldn't have put money into the game, so you wouldn't have lost anything but wasted a little bit of your time, and that's pretty much it. You will literally avert yourself from basically wasting time and money into something that you're not going to like no matter what. So yeah, I mean, like that's the best that I can really say about that. But it's your boy Legacy. I will see you next month. I do have 2 videos planned for December, not 1 but 2. One will be, of course, the end of the year thank you video, and the other one will be the first anime video that I will be uploading to the channel. And I'm gonna go ahead and blow the cover on it right now. It's about when I used to run an anime channel. That's all I can say about that. I'll see you guys next month.